Welcome ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. We are finally embarking on a brand new series that I like to call My GM. If you are new around here, ladies and gentlemen, I do a lot of wrestling content, aka General Manager mode, and I'll be also doing the My Rise. So I thought I'll start up my journey, I should say, in the General Manager mode. If you haven't checked out the last videos of my General Manager, I did about 3 series in the past down below, and I had to become the GM of the year, and luckily for me, I believe, if I remember correctly, I had succeeded 3 times. So I thought I'd embark in the new modern era game of the WWE 2K23 in my GM mode. Now obviously I don't want to make it seem so easy and simple when I go and play through the my GM modes. I have made a few rules I have written down for you guys, so you lot can understand where I'm going with it and go from there. But if you are new around here, ladies and gentlemen, I am Jamie, aka Orlando Larrson, your GM of the series this year. And if you haven't noticed, on my community tab on my channel, I did do a poll for you guys to choose who you want me to follow. Or when I should say follow, I mean want to run and conquer the whole of the entertainment world. You guys chose WCW. I know they're new to the game. I thought, why not? Because technically I was on Raw and I would like a change. So I'll accept WCW, and considering the other GMs that you want me to face, I'll let you know of that in the next episode once we do the draft. Like I forgot to mention, next episode is just going to be the draft, and then after that we'll start the episode rolling from there, ladies and gentlemen. To the rules. I have made myself a few rules. It is going to be on hard mode, so obviously the stamina and injury wise are going to be a pain in the buttocks. But I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, it's part of the game. Rule number 1. Every time I unlock an arena, I'm allowed to sign a legend. This is more for legend based, okay guys, if you're wondering. Everything else, I'm allowed to sign whoever, but legend wise, it's kind of vamp it up because you can get quite a good amount of decent rewards if you have legends in your roster. So anyway, the first 3 of the arenas, the final one of the 3, I'm allowed to sign 1 legend. So in the first one and the second one, if I show a little graphic here, I'll highlight what I mean. If I don't, then I look stupid, but anyway. So the first one and the second one, which is a concert hall, I believe is the second one, I'm not allowed to sign a legend. But when it comes to the third one, I'm allowed to sign 1. And then the bottom 3, I can add another. And then the final one, I'm only allowed a maximum of 5 in the roster. So it will go 1, 2, 3, and then an extra 2 to make 5. If that make any sense. If it doesn't, let me know down below. Rule number 2. Once the Legends contract has run out for my show, I'm not allowed to re-sign them until the next season. If you haven't noticed already, this GM mode is more season based than it was last year's game. So when I say is that I think you get 25 weeks, that's the first season done, and there could be a maximum of 10 seasons or could be more. So it's more of a challenge, which I don't mind, to be honest. It makes me invest in the game a bit more and makes me want to see a bit more from the game. But anyway. But yeah, once the contract is up, I can't re-sign them unless they are a champion on my show. If they're a champion on my show, I'm allowed to re-sign them until they lose the title and the contract ends. Then I can't use them until the next season. But it depends on the power cards I have as well. If I have a contract that is only specifically for legends, then I'm just going to use it and then use the legend as much as I can until I can't use them. I think that makes sense and makes it fair, if that makes sense. Anyway, another rule. Right? Are you ready? I'm not allowed to put a legend versus legend. I think that's fair. Didn't you? Can't have a legend versus a legend because I feel like you're guaranteed the ratings. Well, I want it more challenging for the ratings. So in that aspect, I can't have, for example, John Cena versus The Undertaker in the legend poll. I think that's a bit unfair, but I have to do a separate thing. But I've got an idea for my character because he might be the next legend killer. And I've just ruined it saying that my character is in the game. But anyway, nah, you already knew that, didn't you? You already knew that. And the final rule guys, I have. Are you ready? The main title on my brand, aka since I'm WCW, the WCW World Heavyweight Championship can only be defended at pay-per-views. I think that's fair, right? I think that's fair. I mean, it's a world title. It shouldn't be on every single night. So that means the mid-tier title. See what Raw's been doing recently, making the US title as the main title? I'm going to be doing that for the hardcore title on WCW. I think that's fair. And plus, the women's title does get defended most nights anyway. So I think it's fair for the men's. But if you'd like me to do that for the females, write a comment down below and I'll probably do the same for the females. So it only could be done for the pay-per-view. But I think for the main priority for now is the world title can only be defended at PLEs, aka Premium Live Event. So, what do you guys think of them rules? I think they're kind of worthwhile and worth playing and interacting, if that makes sense. There might be times where I might live stream the GM mode. Depends how far ahead I am, but most of the time it will be videos. So to recap, I kind of need. I kind of needed it in the end, didn't I? So, each arenas. So yeah, rule number 1. Each arena I unlock, aka the third one along to the end, I'm allowed to sign 1 legend and a maximum of 5 legends in the roster. Once the legend contract is run out for my brand, I cannot use them until the next season unless someone else takes them, which 9 months is probably going to be the case. But if the legend is a champion on my show, I'm allowed to re-sign their contract until they lose the title and contract expires. Then they're gone until the next season. Legends can't face each other. I think that's a bit more clinical. Don't need to explain that one again. I think it's understandable. And then the final one, the main title cannot be defended in the weekly shows, but at PLEs. That concludes the rules of the My GM mode. If you're going to be looking forward to this series like I am, like, comment, subscribe down below, ladies and gentlemen. It'd be highly appreciated. I do read your comments as well, so if there's anything you want me to add, let me know, and I could do a poll in the future episodes to see who you would like as the new rivalry, if I can, or if not. I'm going to try my best from the community tabs for you guys to interact with me so I can understand where you want me to go with direction of the GM mode. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, the next episode is on the horizon. It will be the draft day. That episode's only going to be purely on the draft, so I will show you all my superstars, all the player cards of the GMs and the show cards, as well as some of the menu things you can be added there. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!
Look, failure's an enemy, I'm trying to leave a legacy. Loads of old friends got killed off from my jealousy. More time I hope they reminisce and just remember me. But till that day comes, I must stay sipping on this Hennessy. Cause right now, everything is moving backwards. See your success, see they greeted it with laughter. So right now, you can keep all of the drama, cause I'ma get W's before, during and after.